All right, we've got one more section in chapter 1, and we're going to be working on conversions. Conversions, it isn't a huge algebra topic. You do see it in the word problems sometimes. This is more like a foundational math skill for math or science courses, I would say. And so for that reason, I've never mastered all of the different rates of conversion. So especially in the US system is very complicated. I don't have all of these down. Some of them I probably should. But so what I've done here is I'm going to show you how this works. And if there was ever a screen where I wasn't sure I knew the conversions, I put this chart on it. Okay, so if we want to do, we're going to try to convert her height from inches to feet. Now, the approach is really clever. So if I've got 66 inches, I just need the conversion ratio here. Well, it's 1 foot is got 12 inches in it. Now, you could go either way. You could go 1 foot is 12 inches, or you could do 12 inches is 1 foot. You can go either way. It's still the same ratio. Now, which one do you use? Well, what you want is to have that the word will cancel diagonally. Now, we saw this when we were working on fractions, that you can cancel factors that are diagonal when you're multiplying. You can do the same with the words, with the units. So the inches will cancel, and we're left sending across the top 66 over 12. But the inches are gone. So yeah, they didn't show that. So I've got 66 times 1 over 12. So I've got 66, and now the only unit that is left is feet. So I have 66 feet over 12. We could simplify that down. So let's try it again. Lexi is 30 inches tall. She's not very big. Okay, so she's 30 inches. Now let's use our conversion. There's 12 inches in 1 foot. Now I'm going this way so that the inches will cancel diagonally like we do when we multiply. So it's like they're factors. They're gone. Now I'm going to just go ahead and multiply across the top. I get 30, and it says foot, but we're going to make this feet over 12. Okay, now this can reduce down. We could do any method here. Let's do it like this. Okay, so I haven't broken these into their smallest parts, but I saw they both contain a 6. So that would go. So I have 5 over 2 feet, which in this context, I think you'd probably want to go ahead and divide that to be 2.5. Okay, so I think I did know this one, but I just wanted to make sure you did as well. So I put that little chart there. If we're doing yards to feet, so where is it here? So here's yards to feet. Here's the one we want. And we want to choose it so we've got the feet on the top and the yards on the bottom so that the word yards will cancel. Now we multiply across the top. Oh, sorry, hold on. I was trying to do this in my head. You get 3, 54. 54 feet. Okay, what are we doing now? Okay, we wanted to do tons to pounds. So this is one that I was pretty familiar with. There's 2,000 pounds in 1 ton. So let's see the way we want to do it. We want to go, yeah, this is the way we'd want to do it. So I've got 3.2 tons, and I want to wind up with pounds. So those will now cancel. The words will cancel. So top times top, and there's just like a 1 on the bottom. We're going to get down to 64,000 pounds. 6,400, I should say. Okay, we've got the same thing. So I'm doing 4.3 tons. They're 1 ton. I need those to cancel is 2,000 pounds. So those are gone. So I'm just multiplying this times 2. I get 8.6 pounds. I'm sorry. I need to do my decimal places. This would be, am I right? 8.6, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I should be right. Okay, now we're going to pounds again. So I've got 51,000 tons. 1 ton has 2,000 pounds. So those will cancel. So this is going to be big. It's a cruise ship, so I'm going to let my calculator help me out here. Okay, I get a big number. I get 102, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros, I believe. So it weighs a lot of pounds. Okay, so we're working with time here now. So she is starting, what are we doing? Where did we start this at? Okay, so we're here. Yeah, this is what we're doing. All right, so we're going to have to convert this multiple times to get all the way down to minutes. So we all know these. A week has 7 days, so I'm going to make the weeks be able to cancel diagonally. Now I've got a conversion to go from days to hours, and they're set up diagonally, so they cancel, and hours to minutes. Now, all those units are going to cancel down. I'm going to multiply across the top, and there's only ones on the bottom, so there's my minutes. Okay, so I've got 250. So I'm doing miles to yards. So I didn't know this one. So we're going to do miles to feet first of all. So 1 mile, so I'm using this line right here first. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. And now we're going to go from 3 feet, so I'm using this one. 3 feet is 1 yard. Okay, I set it up so all my units would cancel. So across the top, I'm multiplying those. I'm going to have a 3 on the bottom. So I'm doing 2, 5. So I get a really big number on the top over 3. I'm just going to go ahead and divide that by the 3. So I get 4, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hope we got all those. And my units ended up being yards. Okay, 15 weeks in space. So 15 weeks, here's what we're starting with. So 1 week, what are we getting to? Minutes. 1 week has 7 days. That'll cancel. 1 day has 24 hours. And 1 hour has 60 minutes. Okay, so all of these units are going to slash away. And when we're done, we're just going to have minutes. So we're going to multiply across the top. I'm just going to go ahead and do all those on my calculator. Okay, multiply those along the top. You get 151,200, and that's in minutes. We didn't have anything on the bottom but ones, so I'm done with that. Okay, ounces in a gallon. So this is one, I should know this, but I don't. So 1 gallon has got 4 quarts. We're going to work our way, where are we working our way? It didn't show them all. We're working our way down to ounces. So 1 gallon, 4 quarts, 1 quart, 2 pints, 1 pint, 2 cups, 1 cup, 8 ounces. I did not know that. Okay, so we multiply along the top there, we get 128. Everything slashes down except ounces. Okay, we're going cups to a gallon. So I am looking at this table here, and I don't know it. So I'm going to let's do here. So we got 1 gallon. I'm going to work my way down this table. 1 gallon has got 4 quarts, so 4 quarts. So I'm working my way down the table. So 1 quart has got 2 pints. So we're going all the way down to cups. 1 pint has 2 cups. So I'm always making sure I can cancel diagonally. Okay, all the words cancel. So we're going to multiply across the top. We get 4 times 2, 8. We get 16 cups. Nothing left on the bottom but ones. Okay, teaspoons in a cup. So I'm starting with 1 cup. So always pause the video if you want to try this yourself. So I'm going down to teaspoons. So we're going down to teaspoons. So 1 cup has 8 fluid ounces. Oh, you know what? I don't know what that one's even for. Hold on. So 1 cup can get us to tablespoons. So 1 cup has 16 tablespoons. I know nothing about cooking, so no clue. 1 tablespoon, 3 teaspoons. Okay, everything slashes down so we get to where we want. Now across the top, 48 teaspoons. Okay, now, we got some mixed units here. So we're going to have some that are going to go over their limit. Let me show you what I mean. So we're adding up these three things where we're having the pounds and the ounces. Now, if we add up all the ounces, we get to 22. But if we look at ounces in a pound, where do we have it? Right here. Right here. The limit for a pound is 16 ounces. So we've actually gone over the limit. We actually have another pound. So isn't this 1 pound and 6 ounces? Because 16 makes a pound. The extra 6 are just on top of that. So I've converted 22 ounces makes a pound with 6 more ounces. So now let's put those together. Turns out we have 3 pounds, 6 ounces. Okay, so we're doing 3 pounds, 3 ounces, 3 pounds, 3 more ounces, 2 pounds, 9 ounces. Okay, so if we add these up, we get 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, they didn't do it to us this time. Okay, 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I thought they were going to make us go over, but they didn't, because the total, there are 16 ounces in a pound, so we didn't reach 1. So we're okay. We got 8 pounds, 15 ounces. Okay. Okay, so we're adding together. Yeah, we're adding these two together. So we've got so if I add this up, I've got 20 feet, 18 inches. Now the problem is we've gone over a foot. So an inch is made up of 12, or a foot is made up of 12 inches. So this is the same thing as 1 foot and 6 inches. If I add those up, I get 21 feet, 6 inches. Okay, so we're going to multiply these this time. So each board is 6 feet 4 inches. He bought 4 of them, so we could repeatedly add these up if we wanted, or we could just multiply them. So 4 times 4 makes 16, 4 and 6, 24. Now the deal here is we've gone over inches, or there's too many inches. That's a foot and some extra. So it's really 1 foot and 4 inches. Put those together, we get down to this. Okay, he's tripling his recipe. So we're multiplying this by 3. So 24 ounces and 3 pounds. Now we're not done, because this is over the limit. 16 ounces in a pound, so I've got 3 pounds plus another pound with 8 ounces left over. So I'm going to add these up. I got 4 pounds and 8 ounces. Oops, what did I do here? Get one more of these. Okay, I didn't understand for a minute. Okay, 5 gallons, 3 quarts. So he's going to double this. So now he's got 10 gallons and 6 quarts. But 4 quarts are in a gallon, so I've gone over. So once again, I've got 10 gallons. I've got 1 gallon with 2 extra quarts. So we'll put those together. I get 11 gallons and 2 quarts. All right, let's use the metric system. Now, I don't have all of these memorized, but the key ones are pretty simple. And so I'm sure you've seen this somewhere in the past. I'll refer to the chart if we need to. I think I put it on some of the ones we needed to do, but let me show you. You can always go back and look at that chart. So I want to know, they ran a 10K race. Well, how many meters? Well, the metric system is based on tens, so it's much simpler than the US system, that is the standard system. Very confusing. You got to memorize everything. This one is very uniform. So 1 kilometer is made up of 1,000 meters. So I'm going to match up my words there just like we did before. So the same premise, just these conversions are going to be much easier. So 10 times 1,000 now makes 10,000, and the unit that we have left is meters. I should have, if this isn't intuitive to you, I should have put that chart on more pages, but oops. Okay, so she ran 5 kilometers. So 1 kilometer, if you look back on the chart, is made up of 1,000 meters. So those will cancel. Got 5,000 meters. Okay, bought a rug. So 1 meter has 100 centimeters. Again, if you don't know that, check that table there. Man, my handwriting is terrible. Okay, the meters are going to go, and now we multiply across. Now I'm multiplying by 100, so it's just going to make it easy to do the math. I'm going to move it 2 decimal places, and I get 250 centimeters. Okay, oh, they did this one for us. So I've got 3,200 grams, 1,000 grams, and a kilogram, so those will cancel. The only thing that's changed here now is I have 1,000 on the bottom. Well, if I divide by 1,000, it's going to move the decimal place back 3, 1 for each 0. So 1, 2, 3. I'd get 3.2, and my unit that's remaining is kilograms. Okay. You can always pause if you don't want to see me do it yet. You want to work it yourself. There are 1,000 grams and 1 kilogram. Grams cancel. Got 2,800 over 1,000 kilograms. Now 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3, I get 2.8. So I'm moving it back 3 because of the 3 zeros in the 1,000. 2.8 kilograms. Okay, another one of the same here. Grams. I have 1,000 grams and 1 kilogram. So 4,500 over 1,000. So dividing by 1,000 moves it back 3. 2, 3. I get 4.5 kilograms. Okay, so now we're going to work with fluids here. Same idea. I've got 3,500 liters. Well, if you check your chart, if you don't see it, it follows the pattern that 1 liter has 1 kiloliter has 1,000 liters, just like it was the same premise with meters. So liters will cancel. I'm now dividing by 1,000, so move that back. I get 0.35. Now we're doing it again. 4.1 liters. Well, 1 liter is made up of 1,000 milliliters. This time we're getting bigger because we're multiplying, so we move it 3 decimals to the right. 4,100. Okay, so I've got 725 liters. There is 1,000 liters in 1 kiloliter, I guess you say. Okay, my units cancel. So I've got 725 over 1,000. Okay, now because I'm dividing by 3 zeros, I'm going to move it back 1, 2, 3. Turns out to be 0.725 kiloliters. Okay, part B here. 1 liter is made up of 1,000 milliliters, I believe. I hope I've got that right. Pretty sure. Okay, so the liters can cancel. So I've got 3 zeros and I'm multiplying, so this is going to send it 3 spots over. 1, 2, 3. Going to add a couple zeros. Yeah, I added the one. I don't know what hectoliter, I guess you say. So 350 hectoliters. One that makes me laugh. I don't know what that is. Hectoliter's got 100 liters. So those units cancel. So 350 times 100, so 2 zeros, and I'm multiplying, so I'm going to add a couple zeros. So there's the answer to part A. Now 4.1 liters, we're going to centiliters. Okay, so that is 0.01 liters is 1 centiliter. So those will cancel. Okay, now I'm dividing 4.1 by 0.01, so this is going to be different. It's actually going to make it bigger by 2, but I'm going to check myself so I don't mess this up. Yeah, so we're dividing by a small number, so I'm going to move a 2 over, but use your calculator if you need to. It's going to get you 41, or 410 centiliters. Okay, so the premise there is the same every time. The issue you're going to have is if you don't understand like what the conversions are. I don't know. I've never memorized them, so I don't know if I'd make you memorize that if I were giving you an exam on it. But the basic idea is, do you understand how the units cancel out and how you simplify it?